Hi, welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. If you enjoy my reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel in order to be notified when I upload new weekly and monthly videos. Now today I'll be doing a general monthly reading for each of the astrological signs for the month of October 2017. As the reading focuses on the general energy surrounding all of the signs this month, the messages may or may not resonate with you. For a more personalized reading that focuses specifically on you, please contact me at the email listed in the description box or the About section of this channel, changingphasestarot@gmail.com. You can also find pricing and more information about readings on my website, also listed in the description box below. Please check out my channel for general weekly readings, extended weekend readings, and daily tarot snapshot readings. And you can also join me on my Facebook page, Changing Phases Tarot. Now, for our monthly reading today, I will be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread plus one additional card from the bottom of the deck for the overall energy for the month of October. I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. There will be one additional guidance card from the Soulful Woman Guidance card deck. And I'll also pull an additional card from the Soul's Journey Oracle card deck to complement the reading. So I'm wishing you all a wonderful month of October, and I'll see you in a minute for your reading. Right, let's get into your reading, Aquarius. This will be your reading for the month of October 2017. And I have just do a couple more shuffles here. Again, this will be a 10-card Celtic cross spread plus two additional guidance cards. For the energy for your sign, Aquarius, month of October 2017. Energy for the air sign, Aquarius, month of October 2017. Okay, energy for the air sign of Aquarius, month of October. A whole bunch just came out. Let me put those back. I will leave this original one that came out. One more shuffle. Energy for the air sign, Aquarius, for the month of October 2017. Okay, with these out of the way, I can lay the cards. So the card that fell out as I was shuffling, which will be at the center of the reading, that is the Two of Wands. Crossing the Two of Wands, we have the Fool. In the foundation, we have the Page of Swords. In the past position, we have Major Arcana number 2, the High Priestess, reversed. Crowning our reading, we have the Knight of Wands. In the future position, we have Major Arcana number 20, Judgment. You in the reading are the Nine of Wands. Okay, and I will organize this so you can see it better once I'm finished with the shuffling. In your surroundings, you have the Hangman, Major Arcana number 12. Your hopes and your fears, you have Temperance, reversed, another Major Arcana number 14. And the outgoing energy, you have the Two of Cups, reversed. And at the bottom of the reading, Major Arcana number 13, the Death card. Okay, we just pull our two oracle cards. So I'll be pulling from the Soulful Wands deck first. So we're looking for additional messages for the air sign Aquarius over 2017. One additional card for the air sign Aquarius for the month of October 2017. One additional guidance card for the air sign Aquarius. Okay. And the card we have is number 3, Inner Wellspring. That's a beautiful card. And it says, I have an inner wellspring of love that luxuriously overflows with abundance. So again, let me just set this down while I pull the last oracle card. So here, again, we're looking for one additional message for the air sign Aquarius for the month of October 2017. And this is from the Soul's Journey deck by James Van Praagh. One additional message for the air sign Aquarius for the month of October 2017. Aquarius, September 2017. And the card we have is Forgiveness. And it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Okay, so give me just a second, Aquarius, and I will set the cards up so we can see them better. And then I'll get back with the meaning of the reading. Right, so the messages for Aquarius. This is Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of October 2017. We have as the overall message for the month, the Major Arcana, the Death card. And the Death card, it represents an end to something in order to give way to change. And this can mean ending a relationship, ending a chapter in your life, or even just ending a way of thinking, right? It is definitely a card of growth, change, metamorphosis. The inscription, you can see it's kind of hard to read, but the inscription on the tombstone, it means life is changed, not taken away. Okay? And if we think that even though sometimes when we have endings in our lives, right, when we have difficult situations and that come to an end, we might look at them as, as sort of definitive endings and how we're going to move on from there. But we need to remember that it's impossible to start a new situation, to have a new beginning, if we don't first end something else. So it's all about change, renewal. The butterflies on the card also are symbols of life, renewal, change. So a definite feeling of change. And looking at the rest of the cards that we'll get into in a minute, that's one of the main messages for the month of October. Now, at the center of the reading, we have the card that sort of jumped out while I was shuffling the cards. We have the Two of Wands. And Wands, the suit of Wands, is fire energy. So this is an energy, it's creativity, it's inspiration, strength, passion, right? Very fiery energy. And the Two of Wands, it deals with authority, power, but it also has to do with taking matters into your own hands. Since it's a two, it could be a partnership. This could be either a collaborative endeavor with somebody or a partnership, partnering up with somebody on something. And it also has to do with choices, right? So you might have to make a choice during the month of October. This could be about where to invest your time, where to invest your energy, enthusiasm. So, and this choice is being crossed by the Fool card. So again, another major arcana. You actually have 5 major arcanas in this month's reading. So a lot of divine timing and spiritual guidance going on this month, Aquarius. So we have here the crossing card, the Fool. It's all about beginnings. So, with the Death card as the overall energy, we have the Fool in the middle, and which symbolizes taking a chance. The Fool is unlimited potential, enthusiasm, right? A zest for life, blind faith, having that faith to step off the mountain and trusting that everything will be okay, that things will somehow work out. So the Fool is always at the beginning of a journey, right? So it seems that in the month of October, Aquarius, you are ready to set off on a new adventure. You're leaving something behind, right? You're closing a chapter, and you are ready to set off here, right? There might be a decision involved, deciding which path you need to follow. So that might also be involved, or there might be again, some type of collaboration involved. You might have to work with somebody on this new beginning. But that's what's coming up as the focal point here for the reading. Now, the foundation for the reading, we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, obviously swords energy, that's your energy, it's air energy. And the sword suit represents the intellect, it represents communication, conflict, resolution, action. And, this could be, as a page, it could be a younger air sign person that you're dealing with this month. So it could be, another air sign just like you, Aquarius, so either Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Generally, pages, even though they're younger, they are good communicators. They are very eager to help out if there's a conflict or if action is required. And if this is not a person that you're actually dealing with, this could just be your energy during the month of October. So you might be, either feeling as if you're ready to take action, or you're communicating very well. But it's all about, sort of power and action and being generally ready to act. Pages typically bring in this young energy. They bring in the message, right? So the sort of messengers here. So I would say that this, more than likely, it's an energy. I don't feel that it's a person so much as it's more of an energy surrounding, communication and action, as the foundation for the reading here. So in the past position, we have the High Priestess, except she came out in the reverse position. So in the upright, let me show you her upright. The High Priestess, she stands on top of a half moon. She has butterflies encircling her, right? So flying all around her, much like we saw here in the Death card. And the High Priestess represents wisdom, knowledge, most of all intuition. So in the reverse position, she might be somebody who is not using her intuition, right, to the best of her abilities. Can also represent someone who uses their intuition in the wrong way. So instead of trying to, come up with answers that might help her or help others, she's using it in order to manipulate others. So you might have been dealing with somebody in the past with the energy of this High Priestess reversed, or this might have been the energy that you were taking on in the past month, right? The month leading into October. I feel, however, that the energy surrounding the card, especially with the other cards around the High Priestess, if we sort of look across there, I know we haven't gotten there yet, but I feel that it's more of you not trusting in your intuition when it comes to a choice or ending a particular situation that you might be facing. And it sits, I've been moving the cards around here, but the High Priestess sits sort of next to this Two of Wands, which has to do with the decision, and then mirroring it, we have in the future position the Judgment. So I do feel that it's, whatever ending or whatever is you've been considering here with this ending of a situation, possibly you have not been listening or trusting in your intuition. So I think that the guidance of the card here is to trust in your intuition is what you're being led to do. Crowning the reading, we have the Knight of Wands. So again, a fire sign energy, right? And as a knight, this is a court card. So this might be, a male fire sign that you've either been dealing with or is on your mind during the month of October. So this could be either a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be male, right? As we know that in general readings, the court cards are not gender specific. But this could just be also energy, right? This energy or what's on your mind. It's all about action. So whereas the pages bring in news of something and messages, the knights are the ones who actually act on the messages. So they're the ones that, they come in, they act on whatever opportunity or message, so if you have a new opportunity with the ace or a message of for example, a new job coming in with the Page of Wands, the knight is the one who actually charges forward and acts on it. So, I would say that this Knight of Wands here, it's very fast-paced energy. So if there is a decision, right, whatever decision that you have to act on, it seems like what's crowning or what's on your mind is either having a fast resolution to the situation or acting quickly on the situation or charging ahead, right, moving ahead with it. I feel there's sort of a rush feel to the card here, that you're trying to rush through it or you want to get through it as quickly as possible is what I'm picking up. So could have to do with a fast choice or even a fast ending to a situation. In the future, and I did speak about this card a little bit when I said it was mirroring the High Priestess, but we have another major arcana card, Judgment. So Judgment comes up in the future position, and Judgment is very similar energy to the Death card, right? And we also have two cards here that are major arcanas that also have very similar energy, but the Judgment card is about it heralds change, right? It's about change, endings. It's also about rebirth, sort of forgiveness, rebirth, leaving the past behind, along with any sort of bad feelings or grievances or guilt associated with the past, and moving forward. So, we're being called, and you see that she's sort of playing the instrument here, calling, heralding this change, so bringing in this new change. You might be called to make a tough decision, right? Could have to do with this decision in the middle here. Or it's just it's a call to a fresh start. And much like the Death card, we know that through death comes new life and a higher calling. So, there's a definite message here of a need for change and for endings in order to bring about new beginnings. Now, who you are in the reading, Aquarius, you are, let me show you the card, you're the Nine of Wands. So more fire energy here. And the Nine of Wands, it's a defensive card, right? It's a card of persevering, of indecision at times, but it's about being patient, right? So it's feeling a little defensive, needing to be patient, needing to persevere, needing to stay on the the path that you're on, that whatever you're waiting for, whatever you're patiently waiting for, it will come in, right? It's just it's more of a sort of a waiting energy, but you're planning while you're waiting, right? You're not just hanging like we see here with our surrounding energy card, the Hangman. He is just hanging, although this hanging around brings about a new perspective on a certain situation. But you in this card, you as the Nine of Wands, it's more about your planning. So you're using this time, you're being defensive, you're planning very cautiously, very carefully, right? You see there's the lion sort of having your back here. So you do have protection. You see that you have protection here, but it's you being very careful as you plan out your next steps. And this, with so much energy here to do with change, makes sense that you are, wanting to be careful as you plan for this next chapter in your life. Now, what is your surrounding energy? Major Arcana, the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man it's a card that speaks of, and I think I'm going to put these two together because they do go together. We have in the Hopes and Fears position, they sort of came out like that. We have Temperance, another Major Arcana card, reversed. Okay, so Temperance card reversed, and once again we see a woman. We see the woman with all of the butterflies encircling her, and she came out like this. And so it sort of mirrors. If we look at the Judgment card right next to her and her, they sort of mirror each other. They both have wings. They both have have butterflies flying around them, right? Which is all about rebirth, renewal. And these two cards, the Hangman coming out in the surrounding or in your environment, it represents a period of indecision, of suspension, right? So just sort of, you can see that he's hanging, being forced to take time out to hang, but it's all about gaining new perspective, right? Because obviously by hanging upside down, you're not going to see things the way that you would usually see them the right way up, right? You would have a new perspective. And so it's this new perspective that is needed, right? Or the card encourages us to change our perspective or old ways of thinking in order to achieve this new growth that is on the way. Because if we maintain our old way of thinking, right, it's going to hinder whatever is coming in, whatever new path or whatever new things you have coming in for you. So we definitely need to take this time out, just like here you're pondering on this next step. Here it's asking us just to, surrender, right? It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to give over that control, right? To surrender to whatever is going on and surrender to this new or continued growth, right? And this situation that might seem a little bit out of control, but it's sort of giving into that. And this goes well with the card above it, the Hopes and Fears, which is Temperance reversed. In the upright, the Temperance card is another card that speaks of waiting, right? Of divine timing, but it's also about balance, moderation, a need for harmony. So by gaining this new perspective, right, maybe what your hopes are is that this period of waiting, of temperance, will get over pretty quickly, right? You have all these new things here coming up. You have this energy of the Knight of Wands, which is very fast-paced, and you're ready to get going. You have the Fool, who is, it's this fast, I want to step out and get on this new path that I feel is coming in. But then there's this, the stagnant energy over here on this side. So your hopes are that you will get out of this period of reflection and surrender and waiting, in order to move out of the month with the outbound energy of the Two of Cups reversed. In the upright position, the Two of Cups is sometimes called the Soulmates card. In the Minor Arcana, it sort of it's the Lover's card of the Minor Arcana, and it's all about a soul connection with somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. I mean, most of the time it's seen as a romantic card, so a new relationship, a new partnership with somebody. But it could also just be, a friendship, a common bond, a connection with somebody, a partner, either maybe a business partnership. Although the cup suit is all about emotions and feelings. So in the reverse, it could represent, not such harmonious relationships. There might be an argument with the person, or you might not be compatible with the person. But I don't feel that it's that. I feel that there's a delay, right? Especially following these cards here, the Two of Cups coming out in the reverse. It feels like it's a delay in this Two of Cups arriving for you. So there might be this new connection, the new relationship, new soulmate connection on the horizon. But there's a delay for some reason, right? There's a delay in this new relationship or new connection arriving for you, Aquarius. So it's the outbound energy. So, I would say that it's not happening during the month of October, but it's definitely on the horizon here. Okay. Now, the two cards that I pulled for the additional guidance, the one from the Soulful Woman deck is called Inner Wellspring. And I'll read you the description of the card from the book, from the guidebook, and it says, "Love lives through me. I have an inner wellspring of love, an outpouring, an infinite flow that is always available to me. I honor the deep flowing river of energy within me, the ever manifesting feminine essence of life which flows through all things. This is the source of my health, my happiness, and the meaning in my life. When I connect to my inner wellspring, I feel alive, I glow. From this place, I not only inspire others, I also nurture the infinite source of love within me." And the Forgiveness card, which is the guidance card from the Soul's Journey deck, says, "Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You can never flow with your natural energy of love unless you release the negative energy of hate, anger, intolerance, or blame. Every soul on your path has free will, and you have no control over that. What you do have control over is how you react to the manifestations of others' free will. Holding on to that negative energy will strengthen karmic cycles, and forgiveness can break that pattern. The most important person you must learn to forgive is always yourself. Blaming yourself for failures blocks the natural flow of love, which will attract all good things into your life." Okay, and so I think if we look at the cards here, especially with what's coming up, the new things, right, and the Judgment card. The Judgment card, again, there's a part of the meaning of the Judgment card. It does have to do with forgiveness, right? Atonement, forgiveness, leaving whatever guilt and grievances we might have behind. Okay, so the Forgiveness card, I think, ties in very well with the message of the Judgment card, and the overall message for the reading. Again, I would say it's all about new beginnings, right? So releasing old ways of thinking, being patient, allowing time for new situations and new relationships to enter into your life, but in divine timing. Okay, so I would like to thank you for joining me again today, Aquarius, for your monthly reading for the month of October. I do hope that these messages have helped you in some way, and I wish you a month full of success and positive energies, and I look forward to reading for you again next month. Take care, and I'm sending you much peace, love, and light. Bye.